right, guys, welcome back to Prepping with Sarge. I am here with you for another wilderness survival tip today. So if you are like me, you probably like to go out hiking solo, clears the head, really good to do those, walkabouts, kind of think about things that you've been working on in the week, anything that's been bothering you. It's really good to just get out and connect with nature, and most of the time I prefer to be by myself when I do that. A lot of times I'm wearing like earth tones and things like that because I just prefer not to engage with other people. Sometimes I go out camping and I get a little bit outside of the beaten path, go off trail a little bit, off of the camping sites where everybody else is, just because I like to have that little bit of solitude. However, whenever you do something like that, you always want to make sure that you're letting somebody know your vicinity, tell a loved one, tell a family member, and let them know what time you left. But I'm going to tell you that there's even me who likes to kind of avoid people when I'm doing my little walkabouts, my little hiking, clearing my head. I always carry some high-vis stuff in my kit, right? So that can be anything from like a brightly orange colored poncho. I'm going to be talking to you today about why I think you should be carrying some high-vis paracord if you like to do solo hiking and solo camping. But also, Wazoo Survival Gear makes a great little cap that now the new and improved version has high-vis inside and a reflective X tape. I'll show you that right now. All right, so that's, you got your earth tones on the outside, which I prefer, and then you got your high-vis and the reflective X on the inside. You could hang this on a tree to mark your trail for yourself, or if you're trying to help somebody else find where you are. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. If you're interested in this, I will put a link down below in the description along with a discount code. You can go ahead and check that out. Wazoo Survival Gear makes great products. Now, in all of my kits, I always carry some paracord. If you're going out by yourself, solo camping, solo hiking, always carry some cordage. It's great for putting together for shelters. Of course, if you're into the stealth camping, that kind of thing, you're probably going to use some earthy colors or maybe even camo. Also can be used for snares in an emergency situation. I prefer to also carry some high-vis paracord. Why, you may ask? Well, there are maybe times where you need to be found, right? Like maybe you went a little bit too far off trail, got yourself misplaced. This happens to even the most experienced hikers. So it definitely can happen, and you want to have a plan for how are you going to signal to people. So if you've got some high-vis paracord as part of your kit, you can cut off little strands of it and tie it at eye level around the general vicinity of where your camp is. Now, most hikers will agree that if you really are lost, you don't know where you are, the more you wander, the worse you can make it. So sometimes it's better just hug a tree, make a little campsite. If you can get a fire going for signaling, great. Think about other ways you might signal. If you've got a whistle, maybe every 15 minutes you're going to blow three toots on the whistle. It's a good idea. But if you are, you think that there's a pretty good chance that you're going to need that rescue party to find you, I would start, leaving some markers within, like, say, maybe only do this during the day. You don't want to wander around in the forest at nighttime. That's only going to make your situation much worse. But I might go around, say 50 paces out from where my site is in one direction, and then I'm going to tie one of these tie a little piece of this at eye level, and then I'm going to go back to my site. I'm going to go 50 paces in the other direction. I'm going to do the same thing, go back to my site. Then I'm going to go 50 paces to the right of that, or maybe it's east, depending if you have an idea of what your compass direction is, right? So, and then I'm going to go that way, and then I'm going to go the other way, and then I'm going to do the diagonals too, right? So basically, all the points on the compass, 50 paces out from your site, you're tying this, right? If you've got enough daylight, maybe you start over and you go back to that first point, walking in a straight line, which is, people think they're walking in a straight line, but you can get off track, and a lot of people who get lost, what they find is that they were going in circles. It may seem like it's illogical, but yes, that really does happen. So you go 50 paces to find your little tag that you left on the tree, and then go 50 more paces out from that. So you're basically making this circle around your camp, ever widening, that would lead anybody who's in a search and rescue party back to where you are, okay? Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. One other little trick you can do is when you cut off a little piece of that, just kind of rub it on your sweat, right? So it's picking up your scent a little bit. A lot of times search teams use search and rescue dogs, and if they've got something with your scent on it, that will help them even more. So that's another little bonus pro tip for you, okay? Hey, listen, if you enjoy tips on wilderness survival, if you like outdoor activities, if you like camping, hiking, wilderness survival, foraging. If you enjoy prepping and bugging out and things like that, I'd love to have you subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you're a new viewer. Introduce yourself so I can get to know my new viewers. And if you enjoyed my content, please consider giving a thumbs up. Keep planting your seeds, keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.